Well, the board wants a mid-table finish. The league has us predicted to finish 6th. Our transfer business is all done. The time for talk is over. Let's get Season 2 well underway. How we doing, everybody, and welcome to Part 8 of the Deportivo La Coruña save here on FM24. I'm Stu. Thank you for joining me in today's video where we've got games against Tenerife and Eibar. That's Tenerife, who, if we have a look at their kind of domestic leagues, are a solid La Liga 2 side. And if we have a look at Eibar and have a look at their competition history, are a solid La Liga 2 and La Liga side. Big tests today. If we have a look at the league as well and have a look at where they're predicted to finish. I haven't looked at this actually. But if we have a look at this, Eibar predicted to finish above us. Tenerife predicted to finish a little bit below us. So it's going to be an interesting couple of games. But if you are excited to see how we get on in today's video, do not forget to leave a big like on the video for me. And don't forget to subscribe. It is completely free to do so. And you'll make me a very happy chap. I haven't looked at this page at all, which I really should have done. I haven't looked to see whether we've got any players in the Dream 11. We haven't. I'm not overly surprised at that. There is a player there I'd really like to bring in, Monchu. He's a bit of a beast. If we can get a bit more money at some point, I'd like to bring him in because he's a good player. I've used him before. We haven't got anyone in the Dream 11. In the key players list down here, we have got Ontiveros. We have also got Moha. I'm a bit surprised Esposito is not in there, but we know, well, we hope he will be a key player. Now, we went through all the transfer business in the last video. If you've not seen it, go and have a look up there somewhere, wherever that roaming finger is pointing, up there somewhere. Go and have a look there. But yeah, let's just crack on, shall we? Let's just crack on and let's have a look. So, this is going to be the starting 11, and there is one semi-controversial pick in that 11. Deep breath, everybody. It is Alvarez in goal, Trilli, Carrillo, Gonzalez and Dumbia in defence, Danilovic and Gomez in the midfield, with Moha, Perez and Ontiveros supporting Esposito up front. It's not a surprise I'm starting Esposito, but Perez pre-season has impressed me in the attacking midfield role. Now, against a proper team, it might backfire. It might be something we decide is not a good idea, but I'm going to give it a go from the off. I'm going to trust Perez. Perez has been an absolute G for us. If it doesn't work, it's fine. We've got Valcarce, we've got Zardas. They can both play in that role absolutely fine. Perez can go to being the kind of rotation striker. But there's only one way to find out if it's going to work, and that is by giving it a go. So let's do that, shall we? This is going to be a big test because we're playing against a team in this game and in the next one. I think I said this video, they're both in the same video, Stu. These are going to be the biggest tests because these are teams who are settled at this level. We were predicted to win the league last season. We did it with a runaway. But this is going to be a different challenge. Now, remember, in Copa del Rey, we beat 2 La Liga teams. And we came close against a third. So we know on our day we're good enough. But we need to not just rely on our day. We need to actually put a good shift in. Right, we start off with the first highlight. Perez trying to get in there. Ontiveros with a looping header. But Juan Soriano is equal to it. The match momentum before we went into this highlight did kind of show us, if I'm being honest, that they were probably the team that was on top. And remember, we've got a lot of new players. Our backline is almost all completely new. I mean, Carrillo and Alvarez only joined us in January. Everyone else has joined us this summer. Danilovic and Gomez, both of them have only just joined us. Moha has only just joined us. Esposito has only just joined us. So we're still in the gelling period. But Ontiveros nearly did the job there. It's been given he's offside, but he nearly did the job there for us. But we better kind of temper expectations a little bit. Okay, the board think we're going to do well. The league thinks we're going to do well. This is a team predicted to finish a space above us. This is a game where we might struggle. We have to accept that and we have to be ready for it. We're not going to have everything our own way like we did last season. At least I don't think we are. And at the moment, it does look like it's going to be not a rough ride, but it's going to be one where we're going to be competing a little bit. I mean, their XG is higher than ours. Match momentum is a bit all over the place. And they now have a dangerous highlight. So we do need to be very, very careful. Esposito heads clear. And we've got bodies running forward here. Diego Gonzalez is one of the ones furthest forward, which is a concern. I'd like him to pass the ball at some point if it's at all appropriate. Right, he gets it back to Trilli. Again, from Barcelona B, but originally from us, so we've re-signed him. Danilovic now getting forward, but loses the ball. That's disappointing. And now they have a chance to come back. The board and the fans want us to be a defensive counter-attacking team. I don't know how to play like that, to be honest with you. I only know really how to play on the front foot, and that's what we're trying to do here. And Perez feeds it through to Esposito, and Esposito has got a golden opportunity here, and he puts us in the lead in our first game in La Liga 2. Oh, I knew the second he came up on a scout report. The second I saw him, I thought I want him. Mainly because I remember Sebastiano Esposito, who, I'm saying that as if he's retired. He's only 22 in the game. But I remember what a beast he was, and I saw this guy and I thought, he could be a beast as well. Of course, he's related. And he goes and does that. Perez with the assist as well. So automatically, that partnership of attacking midfield, veteran and striking youngster, working wonders. For now, we're one game in. And I've only used Perez in that position in 2 friendlies, really. So maybe we need to calm ourselves down. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. We're getting a lot of the ball in their half, though. It's very good. And, Lucas Perez going for it. Oh, I'd have liked that. That would have been special. At the first half, though, we really turned things around. But, again, we know Tenerife are not... Sorry, got them a bit mixed up. I said that these were the team that were predicted to finish above us. No, Tenerife are predicted to finish a couple of spaces below, but they are predicted to finish in and around us. So, we know they're a dangerous team. It's Eibar who are the ones who are predicted to finish ahead. The real test is going to be the next game, but this one is still going to be a test because these guys are settled in La Liga 2. We very much aren't. Right, big crossing, big corner. Alvarez is absolutely fine in claiming it, though. And, well, we don't know whether we launched a counter-attack, but it is fine. And that is half-time, and we lead 1-0. They are on top in XG. We have had more chances. We've got more on target. It's been an even game. It has been an even game. And we, again, let's temper expectations a little bit, because although it's going very well so far, it doesn't mean it will continue to. I'm going to have a word with Ontiveros. Maybe his inconsistent nature will come more into play this season when we're against better opposition all the time. Maybe, because he was excellent last season, even though he's meant to not be very consistent. I'm going to tell Dumbia I'm not very happy with him. I'm going to ask Gonzalez to kind of step things up a bit. But other than that, I'm really happy with how things went. Now, there's a temptation in me to take Ontiveros off and bring on Valcarce. Because Valcarce in the last friendly, I played him outright, admittedly on the right, not the left, but he was insane. So I'm actually thinking, do we bring on Valcarce, change him a little bit, and just see what happens? I think that I'm tempted to do it. I kind of want to see how he does in that role, because I feel like he's going to be just used more as kind of like a off the bench in one of these positions kind of player this season. As good as he was as an attacking midfielder last year, Perez at the moment is looking like he's going to make that position himself. And Zadas is just such a good set-piece taker. It just is impossible for me to not consider him ahead of anyone else. Trilli's picked up a knock, by the way. He's on the side of the pitch at the moment, so we're currently a man down. We'll give him a few minutes just to see if he can recover. We've got a player in the way there. Danilovic does really well, tries to clear it. He's trying to try and get to Moa. Moa has got the ball now. Looking for Esposito. I mean, that would have been a heck of a... That's the kind of pass. If I was still playing Chasing Glory, if I was with my Villa team at the end of that save, that's the kind of pass that finds its target. La Liga 2, it's probably not gonna. Oh, Perez with the heavy touch there, which is unfortunate. Looking to get the move on. I mean, Trilli just teleported onto the pitch. I don't know if you saw that. That was fairly impressive. He has got a knock, though, so I think we will be bringing him off, and we're bringing Adot on. It feels like the right thing to do. Right, they're through here. Is there not a hint of offside there? I think there is. The flag is up. It is going to be disallowed. And I'm going to use that as an opportunity to take our Trilli off. Trilli has got a foot injury. We're not going to risk him. Adot is going to come on. We know Adot is good enough to kind of deal with things. Don't quite know why he's on complete wing-back. He's most certainly not a complete wing-back. Let's bring him on into his natural, well, more natural position. Bring on a bit of leadership onto the pitch, and let's see whether he can just settle things down. We know that goal's been disallowed. It's absolutely fine. We're still 1-0 ahead. Thank Jeebus, whoever's up there. I mean, yeah, he's a country mile offside, really, isn't he? That's absolutely fine. Let's just demand a bit more from the boys. They've been all over us at the beginning of this second half. I'd quite like us to get back into the game, if that's okay, por favor. We've got some match momentum coming back, which is nice to see. We've got a deep free kick as well. Right, Lucas floating it in, looking for Diego Gonzalez, can't find him. Moa disappointed me there. He could have run on to that, but now we have a counter-attack from Tenerife. They're slowing things down a bit, but they are going to come forward here. We need to nick the ball off of them, really, if that's okay, boys. If we can just get the ball off of them and go and score a second, I'd be really, really happy. Right, there's a chance for an interception there, I'm sure of it. Right, Waldo now looking to run forward down that wing. This is where they're going to be dangerous. Cuts inside to Gonzalez. We could have intercepted there. And there is a chance that goes over the bar. We have to be so careful with these chances. Gonzalez is not having a good game. I think we're going to bring on Wimmer, I think. Yeah, do you know what? We're just going to do it. I'm not happy with his performances so far. And we've got a few tired legs in that midfield, actually. We've been run ragged. But then we have played friendlies up until 2 days before this. So, you know, they are going to be a little bit tired. I'm going to take off Danilovic as well as he's played and bring on Valares, just because I trust Valares to come in and just slot in and do a job. Because he is going to get game time this season. It's not like he's just been pushed out the first team completely. He will be starting plenty of games. But, you know, someone had to start today and he missed out. But he's now on the pitch. Hopefully he can put a little bit more in. Right, Wimmer head's a little bit clear, not clear enough. Lopez has got all the space to run into. It's really poor defending, and there is the equaliser from Tenerife. And I am disappointed, but again, this is a team at this level who we are going to have to compete against, home or away. We've gone attacking there. You saw me go attacking. I really want us to push for it because we are good enough to get a win from this game. We have shown that we're good enough to get goals against them. We just need to have a little bit more belief and a little bit more consistency. But again, a lot of these players are still learning to play with each other, so let's remember that. Right, Valares now goes back to Carrillo. Carrillo into Wimmer. Those two, of course, played last season together, so they will have a bit more familiarity than any other defensive combination that we do have. Right, Carrillo now. Over to Valares. Valares going to go to Adot. He does. Adot now looking for options. The experience. Looking to maybe cross the ball in. Running a bit wide. Tries to get into Perez. It's bobbled around a little bit. Valares intercepts there, but he doesn't find anyone, which is unfortunate. I think that he's going to be Adot getting on the end of that. He does. Back to Valares now. Lovely play here. A little bit of a change in our play. We're keeping the ball a bit better now. Gomez now looking for Valcarce, but he just can't find him. Finds him again now, though. Valcarce surrounded by players into Esposito. Turns his man, and he makes it 2-1. And Francesco Esposito makes it 2-1, and we lead again. Really good move from us. We just kept probing away. We kept trying to find a way through. We didn't give up. Gomez deserves some credit there for not giving up. Valcarce as well, trying to get through. Manages to toe poke it through. I thought it was a tackle that kind of bobbled through. No, he toe poked it. I'm giving that to him as an assist. I hope it comes up as one. It has. Valcarce ends it up. It's ended up changing the game for us a little bit. Right, we do need to make some changes. Dumbia, I mean, we do have Romero on the bench. He hasn't played a lick of football for us. So this might be a bit of a gamble, but we are going to bring him on. And then that's the final change we can make. I mean, we're doubling down on defence there, if I'm honest. So actually, I'm buyer's remorse on that one. I'm thinking maybe one of these guys. Moa hasn't had the best of games. I'm going to bring on Zardas, actually, which I didn't think I was going to do. Not at the wing anyway, but let's bring him on because he has got that set-piece ability. And I feel like that set-piece ability, even though I want to play him as an attacking midfielder, could really help. So let's see whether he can see the game out. Perez I would have liked to have taken off if we had one more substitution, but again, we had to take Trilly off earlier, so that's kind of it. We've ended up chance-wise dominating the game. Match momentum as well, it looks pretty good. It's just XG. They've had some golden chances that they have not taken. But we squeezed through our first game of La Liga 2 with 3 points. That is all that matters. Esposito with 2 goals. Perez and Valcarce both getting assists as well. No clean sheet for Alvarez. I'm not overly expecting a clean sheet from Alvarez. I wouldn't be against it though. No terrible performances there. Poor performances, yes. No terrible performances. Lowest I think there was a 6.6. I'll take that. La Liga 2, good start to things. Currently we sit 9th. Now, Trilly's injury is not bad at all. He might miss Ibar, but he's not going to be out for very long, which is great. I'll take that. I'll take that. Fans want a permanent deal stuck for Esposito. I'd love that. Something tells me it's not going to happen. Right. 1 down, 1 to go. Let's see how we do against Ibar. Time for the second game of the episode. It is against Eibar. This is the game that I think is going to be the bigger challenge of the two. No disrespect to Tenerife, but these are the team who are predicted to finish above us. So we're going to have to be very, very careful. But I'm looking forward to the challenge and hopefully to a win, maybe, possibly. Who knows? We'll find out. The 11 is Alvarez in goal, Adok, Carrillo, Gonzalez and Dumbia in defence. In fact, it's not going to be Gonzalez. Buyers remorse immediately. Wimmer's going to start. Adok, Carrillo, Wimmer and Dumbia in defence. Danilovic and Gomez in the midfield with Valcarce, Zardas and Ontiveros supporting Esposito up front. We have mixed things up a little bit. Lucas Perez is going to give a little bit of a rest too. We're going to have Valcarce start on the right. Zardas could do that, but I want Zardas to start in the middle. I just think Valcarce has a little bit more to offer out there. Ontiveros keeps his place, even though we didn't play that well, because we know what he's capable of. And of course, Esposito is going to keep his place as well. So let's get into the game and see what happens. Chile is available, but he's like half fit, so he won't be making an appearance in this one. We'll give him a bit of a break. I was thinking about Valares in this game, but Valares probably will have made an appearance off the bench just to help the engine room a little bit. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But let's get into things. Let's see what happens again. I know I've banged on about it. Eibar are predicted to finish ahead of us this season. So let's see whether we can upset the apple cart away from home. But again, it's away from home. It's against a team who are better than us, a team who have La Liga experience in recent times, as well as more La Liga 2 experience than we do. I'm not expecting much. I kind of am thinking we're probably going to get beat here, but I want to see us give it our best opportunity. That is not giving it our best opportunity because we're just letting Rafael Ramos run amok. But Paris Adok makes a good interception there and manages to return the ball back to us. And here we go again. Right, Valcarce now. Pass to nowhere. I mean, again, take it with a pinch of salt. He doesn't normally play in this position. I've kind of forced him to play there. Oh, Esposito with the interception. And Esposito, I thought I'd put it in the back of the net. It's actually ended up being a save, and we have a corner. And I think it will be Zardas to take, and it is. Whipping it in, looking for the head of someone, doesn't find anyone. But Esposito is there. It's heading around everywhere. It comes back to Zardas. On the edge of the area to Gomez, into Carrillo now. Still keeping the move going. Gomez now goes all the way back to Adok. That's probably going to be the end of the move. And there's an interception there. And we do lose possession and the highlight does end. But we are giving as good as we can get, possibly. We're actually giving it a go, which I'm really appreciating. Eibar at the moment directly behind us in the league as well. We've obviously had very similar results on the opening day. Both of us with a +1. Goal difference. It's going well for us so far, but Eibar starting to get back into the game. I do think we need to be a little bit careful. I am going to encourage the boys. And we'll just see whether we can get our passing going. Again, bear in mind, I think our cohesion it's in the green. It's good, but it's like low green. So it's going to get better. By the end of last season, we were like really, really good working as a unit. Really kind of harmonious squad. We are going to have our problems with so many new players. One of the problems we don't have, though, is VAR, because VAR is working on our side, because it looks like that goal has been disallowed, hopefully. Maybe not. Well, that was a bit embarrassing. Right, 1-0 to Eibar. I'm going to demand more from the boys, because there is more to come from us. They have been a lot more clinical than we have. We've been very, very loose in our passing, and I mean, Andre Gomez was much better in the last game. He's looked pretty shoddy this time, so we'll probably make some changes at the engine room of the midfield. Our finishing hasn't been great. I would have expected Esposito to have buried that chance. There's so many players who are not having good games. Ontiveros has not started the season well compared to what he did last year. In terms of changes, I don't really know what I want to do. I'm thinking Valcarce has played okay. Zardas has not. I'm not going to take one off for the other, but I'm going to move them around. I'm also going to move Joaquin into the first team. He's going to come in ahead of Ontiveros. Let's give Joaquin a chance at the wing position. And Andre Gomez has had a poor start. We're going to bring on Kokorishvili, who hasn't really appeared for us yet, other than in pre-season. I think I'm going to leave those changes there for now, but we will monitor things and we will change things if we feel like we need to. And I think we just go into the second half and see what happens. Again, away from home, this is a team that I know is going to be better than us. I'm not upset if we lose this. I just don't want us to get battered. I mean, we're giving it a good go at the moment, but, you know, I'd like to see a little bit more. I'd like to see us get an equaliser. I'd like to see us score against them, and then I'll be really, really happy. Saying that, they've got a corner. Right, it's whipped in. Kokorishvili kind of helps clear it, and that really should have been a goal for them. We get a bit lucky. We need to be pushing on here. We need to be getting a few more chances. We need to get our passing sorted, because our passing at the moment has been quite woeful. Right, changes are coming. Danilovic off for Villares. In an attacking sense, Joaquin has actually not done any better. He's actually been worse, believe it or not. Zardas has not played well either. Valcarce is tiring. I mean, God, not going very well at all. Perez has got to come on. Simple as that. And I'm thinking he's going to come on for one of these two. But the thing is, Zardas has got his set pieces. Valcarce has got his form from last season. And he's the better of the front four at the moment. But I don't know. I don't know whether who I want to give the chance to. I could take Esposito off for him and give these two a chance, but I kind of want to keep Esposito on because he scored 2 very good goals last time, and we know he's going to be able to do that. I'm going to take Valcarce off. I know it probably doesn't make a lot of sense, but Zardas just has those set pieces that could help us. I don't know what else we can do. Is there anything else we can do to try and help us out? I'm pushing the lines up because they kind of camp out in our half a little bit when they have their chances, so I'm hoping that might help as well. But other than that, we're just going to give it a go and just see if we can get an equaliser. Got one more change left after that. One more roll of the dice. I'm going to go attacking as well. Let's just go for it. I'm going to demand more from the boys. We've not had a chance in this second half. We had 3 at the end of the first half. Match momentum-wise, we are getting better, but if it's not going to get converted into chances, it doesn't really mean a whole lot. The subs have really not done a lot. Esposito's not had a good game at all. Right, we're going to move things around even more. Mohar's going to come on. Didn't have a great first game, but let's give him an opportunity to try and have a better one here. And let's just see whether he can spark something in for us. I think we're going to be resigned to a first defeat of the season in the second game. But again, it's against a decent team. It's away from home. I'm a little bit disappointed we've not had more opportunities, but it is what it is. I think we've just got to take our medicine on that one. I am going to have a go at the boys a little bit, because I think we've been a little bit, I don't know, woeful doesn't really describe how I want to say it, because we've had play in the game, but we've been very wasteful in the midfields. And that disappoints me, but it is what it is. Again, it's a team you'd expect us to lose against. But we do need to get points where we can. I mean, again, although we are predicted to finish where we are, although the board wants us to finish where they want us to, it is technically a relegation battle for us because we have just been promoted. But there were some poor performances in that one. I mean, Gomez didn't have a good one. Zardas didn't have a good one, which is very disappointing. I mean, that kind of relegates him out of the first team for me for the next couple of games. Valcarce as well. I'll give Mohar another chance in the next game, which obviously you're not going to see. On to Veros, I'll give another chance to. But that's 2 poor games in a row that he's had. He needs to start picking things up a little bit soon. And I'm also going to make sure Villares starts next game. I'll give Gomez another chance because he has played well for us since I signed him. Admittedly, that's mostly just in pre-season. But we do need to see a bit more from him. And, I mean, Calvo probably deserves to get a start at some point as well because we signed him. We haven't done anything with him yet. Wimmer can probably... In fact, no, I'll go with Calvo and Gonzalez. We need to get all of the new players some starts. But, I mean, dynamic-wise at the moment, you can see it's good, but look at how close it is to the middle. We need that to get higher up. Club atmosphere is great. Managerial support's very good. I'm sure that can get better as well when the new players get to know me. Hopefully, unless they all hate me. But, yeah. It is what it is. Right, when will we be back? Well, we will be back for... I mean... in and around this area here, maybe Granada. That'll be a challenge, I think. Granada and Las Palmas, maybe we come back for those two. Possibly. Yeah, something around in that kind of period. Maybe. I might go a little bit longer. And yeah, I'll have a think about it. But somewhere in this period, you know how it'll work. It usually comes around in October. But we'll see what happens. And hopefully, between now and then, we'll pick up a few more wins. I'm not too disheartened by that. Result-wise, 1-0, that's not too bad. I'm concerned at the fact that they had so many chances and we didn't, despite the fact that actually match momentum-wise, we had a decent amount, which means we had a lot of the ball and didn't really do a lot with it. That needs to improve. But we'll do what we can with that. I think we've got a winning formula of a team here. I think we just need to give them more time to get to know each other. And once they do, I think we'll start banging the goals in and hopefully we'll do pretty well. But that is a story for another video. Thank you very much for watching. If you have enjoyed, do not forget to leave a big like on the video for me, and don't forget to subscribe. Make me a very happy chap if you do. I've been Stu, you guys have been awesome, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.